First, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. You you don't care how I spent my Christmas, if I had a good Christmas or not? Yeah, cool. I'll go myself. Now, before we get into the review, make sure you like, subscribe. I'm actually doing like a road to 100 subscribers. Thought that's a pretty decent goal to try to reach, so help me out with that. Like this video and check out some other reviews. We've been doing a lot of them because there's been a lot of good movies coming out late in 2019 to end the decade. Uncut Gems is based on this character, Howard, who works in the jewelry district, and he pretty much is just sleazy as hell. And he owes a bunch of people money, and as soon as he gets money, he starts putting it in sports betting to make himself more money so he could pay people off and have money for himself. But obviously, in this film, things start to go wrong. Things don't work out for him. Now, I gotta say, I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan. I think he's alright. I think there are some movies that I like that I think are alright. I'm just not the biggest fan of his. But I gotta say, in this movie, he really brought it. I really like him in this role. I really like this dramatic aspect of him. And I hope he does more roles like this. What I like about the casting of Adam Sandler in this role is that he's Adam Sandler. He has that charisma, he has that charm about him. And with this role, I feel like that was very vital to get an actor who the audience can immediately get on board with. Because I was watching the trailer and I was realizing that, listen, this guy, he's not a good guy at the end of the day. He's not. So how are you going to root for him? He keeps getting himself into problems and you are frustrated because you're watching this film. You're like, dude, come on, just do the right thing. But no. And how are you going to root for him and want things to work out for him? Well, that's where the casting of Adam Sandler comes in. Is that because it's Adam Sandler, you are able to look at it straight off the gate. You walk into the movie being like, probably going to root for Adam Sandler. And then you start realizing his story and you start seeing things. The guy got himself into some trouble owning money. That's his problem. But at the end of the day, you just want things to work out for him so he can get out of that hole that he dug himself into. Now, this film is directed by the Safdie brothers. This is my first kind of introduction to them personally. I know they did this movie called Good Times with Robert Pattinson that has been receiving a lot of praise. It came out, like, I believe 2 years ago. I haven't seen it. It's on my radar. It's on my radar to watch it someday, hopefully. But, yes, I heard that movie was getting a lot of praise. So when this movie came out, a lot of people were saying that, hey, you should definitely check out that previous thing that they did. I think they did a really good job with setting up a certain tone that I really like for this film. The specific tone that I'm referring to is that this film is really intense. Basically, the story of this guy who owns a lot of people, a lot of dangerous people, money. And so when he gets money, he starts putting it into bets, and he needs these bets to work out, and you're watching these bets happen, and you're rooting for this guy, and you just want things to work out, so that keeps you at the edge of your seat because as he's going through those bets, as he's sitting there biting his nails, waiting for that bet to work out, you are sitting there with him as well, hoping, praying that this is the thing that will work out for him. And I think the Safdie brothers do a really good job with setting up a very intense tone in this film. Straight off the gate, I love what they did with like the camera work and everything. It felt very not distorted, it felt very chaotic. The environments that they were trying to set up were very chaotic. I noticed in the beginning of the movie they were using a lot of close-up shots. There was a lot of close-ups. You're really in there, in the conversations, and it feels very chaotic. One of my favorite sequences in the movie, this is about halfway through the movie. This is going to be a non-spoiler review, by the way, so I don't think this is a major spoiler. So basically, he's in his jewelry store, and things are starting going wrong with a door. He's trying to buzz some people in. They're freaking out at him. They're like, yo, come on, buzz us in. He's like, listen, this door is not working. We're going to fix it for you. Then, from another side, some more people start coming that he owns money to, and they're also knocking on the door. And you really start to feel like this guy's being cornered into the store. I was sitting in the theater, and I just tapped my friend. I was like, dude, this is not good for him at all. I just gave him that look. I was like, bro, this is not good for him at all. With amongst that, like people start getting in, people start talking to him. He's kind of all over the place. He's dealing with one thing, then he's dealing with another thing. Then he gets a phone call from his doctor with something pertaining to his health, and it honestly, like, you start to get exhausted. You wonder how this character is not exhausted when sports betting is involved and it's thousands of dollars and it's this guy's life on the line. When there are shots of him just sitting watching this game, just freaking out because he needs this to work out. I'm telling you, I was sitting there watching the basketball game with him, and I was freaking out as well because I really needed this. I felt like I needed this result to go well because I knew that if this did not go well, this character would be in huge trouble. And again, you're rooting for him, so you want things to work out. And I just love that with that simple thing of having a character sit down and watch a basketball game with a lot of things on the line, actually, is what makes this film intense and adds to that intensity. Thought all the supporting roles did a pretty good job. Lakeith Stanfield is in the movie. I really like Lakeith Stanfield. I want to see him in more things. I'm a big fan of his. I didn't know how big of a role he would have in the film, but he had a decent role, and I thought he did a great job. Kevin Garnett's in the movie. He does a very good job. He plays himself, which a lot of people say, well, he played himself, so, you know. But I want to credit him because I feel like playing yourself, especially in like a fake situation, and they put all these cameras at you, and they're like, how would you act in this situation? Or even like following a script. Like, that must be hard, you know. If somebody put a camera to you and they go like, yeah, just be yourself, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be like, Julia Fox is also in the movie, and I believe this is her feature film debut, so congratulations to her on that. And I thought for the majority of the movie she did a pretty good job. There was some very interesting relationship dynamics between her and Sandler's character. And yeah, I thought she did a pretty good job, and I can't wait to see her more things. And again, congratulations on debut. So yeah, Uncut Gems was very good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the fast pace of it, the intensity of it. Adam Sandler's performance was really good. That's one of the things that, like I said, I was really excited about seeing. And he does a fantastic job. The Safdie brothers do a good job of directing this movie. And I guess if I'd have to rate this movie, like I said, I'm still trying to work on my rating system. If you have any suggestions, let me know about that. But I'd have to give this movie an A. Yeah, I think this is a good movie to end 2019 on. A good, strong Adam Sandler's performance to end the decade on. Yeah, pretty good. So that's it for my review of Uncut Gems. I think this is going to be my last video for 2019. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out some other reviews. I really appreciate all of that. And hope everybody has a great New Year's. Have fun celebrating it. No? No, you're not. You're not going to wish me? No? Okay, cool. I guess I'll go myself.